Hey everyone, it's CraftyNessi back with another video. This is my digital art Friday, even though it's Saturday night. That's kind of pointless. Anyway, this is a drawing of Kaonashi from the movie Spirited Away. This is my humanized version of him. I wanted to make a fanfiction of how he became Kaonashi, or No Face. And it was never elaborated on what kind of spirit he was, only that he kind of fed off other people's greed. So I kind of made up a whole fan series about it, and since the original movie Spirited Away is based in an old theme park, I kind of took the idea of him being a ringmaster, or his title is the Great Magician Kaonashi. And before he was No Face who he is today, he was a human who was really greedy and very selfish and ran a circus. And let's just say it was on the Darkwood Circus side, if I have any Vocaloid fans out there. So I pretty much based his character off that and his design off that. And it was basically in the late 1800s, and so around that time is when the Meiji Restoration period was going around, and so he has a more Western inspired design. Anyway, back to the actual picture, I wanted to talk about how I really alluded to the fact his mask is based off the design the paint he had during his time as a ringmaster. So he had his the purple paint. So the triangles is based off his mask, and underneath his eyes he has a blue eyeliner underneath to kind of allude to the blue lines under his eyes and on his mask. His outfit was actually based off an image I found on the World Wide Web Google, and I couldn't really find anything based in Japan with anything with ringmasters that was in the 1800s, since that was around the time that Westernization was actually starting to be introduced to Japan. Since they'd been closed off for so long, they'd seen other outside of Japan, like Western civilization, but it wasn't really influenced until about this time, if I'm getting my history correctly. I could be completely wrong. So his basic design is based off of the Western civilization instead of actual traditional Japanese outfits. I really like how his eyes turned out, and I used shades of blue because I was like, what eyes would stand out? Then again, I probably should have used brown, but whatever. And I kind of gave it a red tint to it to kind of give him that menacing kind of feel. And I always add a little black shading on top just to kind of add dimension to the eyes. I really like how his kind of cheekbones turned out. I'm really happy because I'm not usually really good at drawing guys. So here's me just doing the basic shading and everything. There's a part where I end up adding blood to his gloves, because if it has that Darkwood Circus kind of feel, if anyone's actually watched her at any of the Vocaloid music videos to that, you'll understand why I kind of alluded to this fact. I'm not going to go into details because it can be kind of gruesome. But anyway, I really like how this turned out. I added some kind of stitching to it later on, so it kind of alludes to that fact again. Okay, so here's the part where I ended up changing the line art color, because I liked the black, but it wasn't working, so I kind of changed all the color so it kind of seemed a little bit more formatted. This is the part where I ended up adding the mask in the background. This is where I kind of didn't know what I wanted to do with background. I knew I wanted to add the mask, but I wasn't quite sure how I was going to add it. I pretty much started with drawing out the base sketch from my original sketch, and then started just drawing in the different details, and then I can't really, it's pretty self-explanatory. You can just watch the video for this part, really. But I had a really hard time trying to get that depth in it. I wanted to add a little black background to it, but it wasn't really working the way I wanted to, because I wanted to bring emphasis to Kaonashi, but I was having a hard time doing that because I didn't want to make him too dark in the front, because I wanted to add vignette, whatever that word is called, vignette, I can't remember. And so I ended up trying to find dimension, and then I ended up adding the tokens, the bath tokens from the bathhouse. This is later on implied in the actual fanfiction I had an idea for, but it also kind of alluded to the future of him working at the bathhouse or coming to the bathhouse, and then him being greedy for gold, of course, as I draw the gold here. And this is also the part where I was kind of like, oh, what am I going to do for the background? How am I going to make it so you can see, like, I emphasize him, but still kind of add, like, a little dark, I can't find words right now. So I ended up adding a white background to him, so it can kind of, like, give you the idea that he's kind of popping out. So here's the finished product. I hope you guys really enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. I hope to give you more post more videos on Tuesday. For my traditional Tuesday, click that button off to the left there to see my last video. I hope to see you guys next week. Bye!